Hey y'all, welcome back to Random Talks with the Rat. I'm going to be telling you guys about my tireless schedule that I've had recently. I'm basically just going to tell you how busy I've been because that's fun, right? I just want to see if anybody can relate to how much stress I've been under. But at the same time, I'm not stressed because I love being busy, but then I have so much stuff to do, but then I love it. I don't know. Whatever. Let's get into it. So basically, I have been working. I'm pretty sure I said this in one of my other podcasts, but I don't really know. I don't really remember. But I've been working 5 days a week, and I just kind of stopped that this past week because I'm just one of the families that don't need me for the rest of the summer. So I've just been working Mondays and Wednesdays, and then I do date nights. So basically, this week I worked Monday and Tuesday. Today's Tuesday. And then this week I also, as you know, I am the captain of my a cappella team at my high school. So we have boot camp during the summer. It's a week where we go for 3 hours and drill all our choreography and bond and all that stuff before the year starts. And I mean, this year my group, we're doing 4 hours for 4 days because one day we can't do it because of another thing that our coach has. Yeah, so we go to boot camp, whatever. That starts at 4. So it's from 4 to 8. And since I've been working, I usually work from 10 to 4 for this one lady. But instead, since I have boot camp at 4 and she's a half hour away from my house and the school, I decided to switch the time. So we did 9 to 3 instead. So what I did was, and then I also, as you guys know, I go to the gym. So my day has consisted of me. Oh, and I also do choreo for a cappella. Yeah, well, I mean, I'm the captain, and then I volunteered to do choreo because I love doing choreo, and I want our set to be rockin' because we need to make it, and we need to at least get second place again because the rush I got from getting second place in freshman year, I literally cried, and I don't cry. I never cry, but I was on that stage and I cried, and it was genuine. I just want to feel it again. But I think we're having fun so far. I really hope so. I'm having fun. And I think we've bonded very well. Anyways, I'm trying to make this the most fun year that we've ever had. And at the moment, I think I'm doing pretty good. But we're going to see. I'm really, really putting my all in this year. So basically, my schedule today and yesterday. Well, yesterday it was a little different. But today, so I left my house at 8:30, which means I had to wake up at 8. So since the work is a half hour away, so I left my house. So I woke up at 8. Then I left my house at 8:30. And when I say I woke up at 8, I'm sorry, I keep backtracking. But when I say I woke up at 8, I mean I set an alarm for 7:50 and then 8. And then 8:15, and then hopped out of bed and rushed to get ready, and then wondered why I was 5 minutes late when I got in the car. This is a process that happens to me every day, actually. So it's not, I mean, I think other people can relate to it, unless I'm just weird. But I always I'm never on time because if I'm running early, I'm always running late. But if I'm ever early, then I'm I have time, and then I'll go and I'll take my time or whatever, and then I'll realize that I have 10 more things to do and be oh my god, I have 2 minutes to get at the house, and then I'm late again. I'm always 5 to 8 minutes late, always. And it doesn't help that the clock in my car is off. So the clock in my car is always a little earlier. It's 3 minutes ahead, 3 minutes behind, actually. 3 minutes behind. It just does that. I literally set the clock in my car. I set the clock and it went back. So it's just a pain in the butt. For some reason, it just wants to be annoying, but so yeah, I'm usually late, but not too late, 5 to 8 minutes, like I said. So I got in the car at 8:30 to get there at 9. I ended up getting there at 9:05 because I ended up getting in the car at 8:35. Actually, maybe 8:40. But it's alright. It's okay. Nobody needs to know. So then I got to the house because I babysit at the moment, as I literally feel like I just said that. I've definitely just said that. Yeah, so I babysit the people that I babysat today. It was an 8-month-old and a 3-year-old, and it really doesn't matter. It has nothing to do with what I was saying. I mean, it does, but like, yeah, I worked at their house from 9 to 3, and then I went straight from their house to pick up my dear friend Emma and her little sister to go to acapella, and her little sister's name is Grace. She's a freshman. She's super cute. And then I went straight to practice, and then practice started at 4. So since I ended work at 3, it's about a half hour to get to Emma's, or anywhere actually from that house. So I got to Emma's at 3:30, and then we went to the school. We got to the school at like 3:40, 3:45, and then we went inside. We stayed there till 8, and then after that, I had to go to the gym. So I went from practice to my car, and I had to open up all my emails and my texts because I literally have no free time to open anything. Then I went to the gym, and I was there for about an hour and 10, 20 minutes. I'm usually there for about an hour and a half, but today I finished earlier. But I burned 435 calories, not to brag. But it just makes me feel good when I burn a lot of calories. And then I eat it back in dessert and junk food, but nobody needs to know that. It's a secret. So I actually, my life changed ever since I got my Apple Watch. My Apple Watch has been my savior. I can't go a day without it. If I go a day without it, it's weird. It's actually to the point where I have an Apple Watch tan line. People can probably relate to that. Whenever I mention it, people take off their watch and they're like, oh, me too. So I have an Apple Watch tan line. If you want to know if somebody's fit and you look around at the beach, just look for the tan line. But mine's always on my wrist, so it makes me feel better when I look at the rings and they're all full. If you don't know what that means, there's rings on the Apple Watch, and one is for standing, one is for exercising, and one is for calories. And you have goals. So for stand, you want to stand for 12 hours straight. For working out, you want to work out, it starts at 30, but I think mine's at 45. I'm not really sure though. And then like for that many whatever minutes straight, and then the calories, it's like 500 something. I might have switched up my settings, but that's how it really is. So it makes me very happy when I close the rings. I also think it's funny when people try to make a joke and steal my phone. Well, first off, I lose my stuff all the time. I don't know why, it just happens. So now that I have my Apple Watch, whenever I lose my phone, I don't have to panic and try to figure out where it was. I just slide up and I press this button and it rings the phone. So now it's not funny anymore when people take my phone and try to make a joke, because then I just ring it and then I find it. Yeah, so back to my day. I don't even know why I got to Apple Watches, to be honest with you. But back to my day. I went to practice and I went to the gym. Oh, that's why I got to Apple Watches, because I was talking about the gym. But I go to the gym, and then from the gym I go home, and then it's usually around 10 when I get home. Sometimes I'm like I have to be home for 11 because of curfew. Well, first off, because of driving curfew, but also because my parents just made it the curfew, just because the driving curfew, like it just kind of added up. So I always have to be home by 11, but if I'm not going to visit Evan, I just come straight home from the gym. And so I come home around 10, and then I have to eat and shower because the gym is gross and COVID and all that gross stuff. And then after I shower and stuff, I then have to edit my podcast, which is what you're listening to right now. I know, it's so fancy. And then I still have to do physics work. That is homework that I was supposed to do. It's my summer work, but I can't print off of my own computer, so I have to wait until I go to my dad's house in order to print on his printer, because it prints off of my phone. It also prints from my computer, but I literally have never taken physics before, and I have to do a whole packet. It's like 12 pages long, and there's like 2 weeks until school, so that's really fun. Oh, and then I'm looking into colleges. Very stressful. I'm not gonna lie. I don't even know like what I'm doing. I'm just kind of, I don't know. But the deadlines, they sneak up on you pretty fast. I'm not gonna lie. They're tough. It's some of the schools. One of the schools I'm looking at is Ryder, and their deadline is in November. And like that might not seem close, but like it'll go by very, very fast. Like, I swear to God, it was August 1st, like yesterday. So it's a little stressful, but I'm working on it, and I honestly can't even picture what I'm gonna be like in a year. I don't know where I'm gonna be. I could be in Brookdale at home. I could be moving away to college. I'm definitely staying in state, 100%. I'm going to try and double major. I want to major in acting just because, I mean, that would be my dream, to be an actress. But I'm also going to major in zoology because obviously, as most people know, acting is not an easy field to go into. So I need to have a backup plan, which will be zoology, which is also something I enjoy because I love animals. And since I'm staying in New Jersey, there's only a few places that offer that, and there's also, I mean, there's a good amount of places that have good acting programs just because we're right next to New York. But I need to look for affordable schools that have the acting program as well. And it's a lot. It's a lot of work. And then now I'm applying to Target. Target has been my new thing now. I went on Target.com and I applied for like 7 positions because you have to apply for each position. So I applied for like beauty store, whatever, technician. And then I applied for like, what else did I apply for? Like cashier and cart mover or whatever. But the only reason I did that is because I heard that Target will pay for college. So if I can get some of that money paid off for me, it'll be amazing. Because Target would not be my first option to work just because, like, I don't know. I just feel like it would be boring. But I literally went from working at Pump It Up with it's Pump It Up. You literally just like play and do stuff. I don't know. You do whatever. And then to babysitting where I just sit around and they feed me and I watch their children and I play with, like, I just kind of play. And then I'm going into Target where I scan things. But I have to do a 2-minute interview online on like a video. And I haven't really read what the requirements are, but if like, I don't even know, it's like so awkward. And I'm gonna have to like dress up for like a 2-minute video and it's so much work. But it's alright. As long as it pays for college, I am totally fine with it. But yeah, so the moral of the story is that I am busy. And I'm never home, and I'm always moving. And, I forgot to say what I do after I'm all done. So, once I'm out of the shower, I then edit my podcast or whatever. And then I have to do choreo for acapella. So, I do the choreo for all the songs for acapella. So, I have to do that, and then I'm usually up at like 1:30 doing that a.m. and whatever. So, basically, I don't sleep, and I'm out all day. And I don't caffeinate because I don't like coffee. But like I always see people who are like into fitness who drink coffee and stuff, and I'm like, wait, but like, does that help you lose weight? So then I looked it up and it like actually does. Like, coffee helps you lose weight, but then at the same time, like, a lot of people who drink coffee drink it just like sugar, piled on sugar. It's as if you're drinking like soda, like just drinking straight sugar at that point. So like, people will be like, here's my coffee routine. They take a coffee and then they pour like 5 sugar packets in it, and then they put some caramel, and then they put some creamer, and then they put some milk, and and then it goes up to like 1,000 calories, and it's like, okay, well then there's no point. Like, so when I looked up the coffee thing, I'm thinking that they were saying like black coffee. But yeah, if you didn't know that, coffee can help you lose weight. Probably because it makes you poop, and you lose weight when you poop. That's a fact. Yeah, that's been my crazy week this week. I hope you guys have an amazing weekend, an amazing rest of your week, day, night, morning, brunch, dinner, lunch, whenever you're watching this. And don't forget to subscribe, hit that like button, and hit that notification bell to know every time I post. Peace out.